The season is officially over for the Denver Broncos, losing by a final score of 10-7 in the AFC Championship game. First things first, I recognize that the second half was a blizzard. I recognize that the second half, nobody could move the football, including the New England Patriots. But the weather is not an excuse. You had opportunities to win this football game multiple times. The margin for error in these games is this freaking big. Welcome in, Broncos country, to the Broncos Breakdown by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. Going to give you my thoughts and analysis on why the Broncos lost in this game and kind of what to look forward to here in the offseason. Now, first things first, I screamed from the top of my lungs from the beginning of this game, in the middle of this game, the end of this game. You always take the points. We are in a bad habit now in the NFL where these offensive-minded coaches trust the analytics so damn much, they want to just go for everything. The fact of the matter is you had a backup quarterback in there who was moving the ball pretty effectively in the first half. You reward your backup quarterback. You take the points. Always. Always. Because the fact is, if you kick that field goal, it is a tie game. It is 10-10, and the game is completely different from that moment on. Because at that point, you're up 10-0. The reason the Broncos lost this game was because Sean Payton wasn't good enough. Sean Payton was not good enough. The defense was outstanding today. Again, the weather conditions on your side. Drake May, not good enough. Patriots run game, not good enough. And you couldn't get the job done. You couldn't move the ball at all in the second half. You couldn't even get into field goal range. And when you were in field goal range, Will Lutz misses one wide right and then gets another one tipped. That's the way it goes sometimes. But I can guarantee you Sean's going to look back at that first field goal and say, should have taken it. It wasn't a great game offensively. Kind of hard to move the football when you're playing in a snow globe in the second half. But again, I will tell you until the cows come home, the weather is not an excuse. You got a couple of bad and unlucky calls not go your way. The fourth down where Drake May pushes it up the middle. I still don't understand what the refs are looking at. That ball was short of the line to gain. And you lose. You lose 10-7. You also didn't have your starting quarterback, your franchise quarterback. You didn't have your starting running back. This defense is unbelievable. I can't say enough about this defense. The pass rush is insane. The secondary was excellent today. Riley Moss was clamp. Pat Surtain was clamp. Talanoa Hufanga played well. Everybody on defense did their job today. The offense and Sean Payton let this team down. You're 4 for 14 on third down. Inexcusable. You dominated the time of possession in the first half, and then all of a sudden, second half comes around and it's 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Got to be able to move the football effectively, even with the backup quarterback. This team lacks a couple of things right now. The Broncos do. First thing is, obviously the injuries hurt. Bo and J.K. Dobbins are out, but this team needs a franchise running back. Go get Breece Hall. This team needs 2 more weapons. The drops this year were insane. The Broncos had 2 more drops today. Jaleel McLaughlin dropped 1. Courtland Sutton dropped 1. I understand that there's going to be a lot of fans that get down to the comment section that tell me it was a great season. And I agree with you. It is a great season looking at it from a bird's eye view. It was a very good season. But that still doesn't wash away what happened today. You played better than the New England Patriots did today. Jarrett Stidham makes a costly mistake and intentional grounding on a backwards pass, which we could debate back and forth if it was or if it wasn't. He pump fakes on the first attempt. He's got to just get rid of the ball. You can't blame Stidham for this. It's a backup quarterback. He hasn't made a start in 2 years. You can't blame Stidham for this. Sean Payton knows better. Sean's a better offensive play caller than this. Third and 8, Reed. and we run a screen pass, a bubble screen to Marvin Mims. What are we doing? What are we doing? You limited Drake May today to like 80 yards passing. And I don't care that in the second half, nobody was throwing the ball. The first half, Drake May threw for 41 yards when it wasn't snowing. He was dog water today. He could not move the football against this Broncos defense. He had 86 passing yards today. He ended up with 65 rushing yards. Great. The Patriots offense was not why you lost this game. They weren't better than you today. You beat yourself. Sean beat himself. He's got to be better. He's got to be better. This team is just a couple of pieces away. The Russell Wilson contract, $32 million, is off the books next year. You're top 12 in cap space right now in the NFL. Make an aggressive push in free agency and draft offense. Draft offense. Draft offense. Pass catchers. Offense. Offense. Draft offense. We're going to continue on here. Make sure you subscribe for the off-season content because it'll start tomorrow. For that, though, got to tell you about our friends over at Prize Picks. They're what makes my job possible. The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in on America's biggest sporting event than on Prize Picks, where it is always good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means your last chance to get in on the football action before next season is right now. So close out the season right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Brand new feature alert, Prize Picks now has early payouts, meaning your lineup gets off to a hot start. You can now cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. I made a lineup for this. It didn't hit, but I'll just give you an example of what it looks like when you play this. Took 30 seconds to make this lineup. 4-pick power play. Didn't hit, like I said, but you could take the more or the less on their stat projections. Just download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right. I'm torn, man, because I want to give the Broncos a lot of credit for a great season. They made the AFC Championship game in the third year with Sean Payton as the head coach, in a division where everybody claimed that Herbert and Mahomes were going to beat Bo. The Broncos went 14-3, and they beat Josh Allen. And there was a lot of great things. There was a lot of great things that happened. Tons. But I still don't want to look past what happened today. Mike Vrabel outcoached Sean Payton. He did. And that doesn't mean Mike Vrabel had a great game. Sean didn't. Sean did not have a great game. And I got to give a lot of credit to Sean Payton. He's been amazing this year. His second half adjustments have been great this year. His play calling all season has been hit and miss, up and down, left, right, center. I mean, there's been games where it's been great. There's been games where it's been awful. Today was one of those days where you couldn't afford it to be awful, and it was. He got greedy in the first half, got conservative in the second, couldn't move the football, and that's why he lost this game. He missed 2 field goals. Margin for error, guys, is this big. It is this big in these games. I mean, we just saw this. We just saw this in the Bears game against the Rams. If you make too many mistakes, the other team will eventually capitalize. This game came down to, if you need to take anything away from this game, who made more mistakes today? The Broncos. And that's why the Patriots won. They didn't play better than the Broncos. The Broncos beat themselves. I think R.J. Harvey was a great draft pick. He's clearly never going to be, at least right now, I'll take that back. He's not going to be your lead back next year. Or at least he shouldn't be. Go get Breece Hall. Resign J.K. Dobbins, but, I mean, guy is yet to complete a full season in the NFL. I don't know. This team needs offense. Offense. You need weapons. You need guys that don't drop the football. Courtland Sutton this year dropped the football more than anybody on the Broncos. He had 10 drops this year. 10. And it wasn't good enough. That's all I got for you on this episode. It's tough, man. It's tough, but hold your head up high in a great season. If Vance Joseph decides to leave, which all signs indicate that he is, if Davis Webb leaves, we'll make videos on replacements for Vance Joseph, and we'll see if this team continues on and remains intact on the defensive side of the ball. You got a lot of players under contract. That's the great thing. That's the great thing. Before I leave you, though, I have one final question for you. Grade the Broncos 2025-2026 season. It's an A. It's an A. It can be an A without this game being what you wanted to see. Hold your head up high, Broncos country. We've got an entire offseason full of free agency moves, the draft, and a whole lot more. For the last time during the season, Broncos country, a little mile high salute to you. My name is Moose. Be cool.